The place is amazing.
It's like an explosion in your mouth.
Not the bar and grill I expected.
I actually felt like I was in a hospital cafeteria.
I ordered steak with steak.
I'm pretty certain there's a microwave in the kitchen.
Quality of food is exceptional. Palm Beach Post, page 2 columnist Jose LAMBIET always gets the dirt about the best restaurants in town. When it's time to kick back and relax, he heads to a downtown spot that can really spice up an evening. It's in West Palm Beach and it's called ROCCO'S Tacos and Tequila Bar.
ROCCO'S Tacos is the best casual, authentic Mexican experience that you can find in Florida. These are authentic Mexican tacos. We have a tortilla press in the back that's made on a comal, and we press our own tortillas, and everything's made fresh. And plus the price is right. You know, you can get a taco and a margarita and be out the door for less than $10. In our travels to Mexico, we bought all of the flatware, we bought all of the glassware, the chandeliers, which is a big focal point, were made in Tequila, the Mexican Day of the Dead masks on the wall, and then we have the old Mexican movie posters. So it feels like a cantina. We have about 200 tequilas. Tequila is, to a Mexican restaurant, as wine is to a French restaurant. And we're trying to educate people to say that there's a lot more out there than just what you're used to. We offer Blanco, Reposado, Añejo, and then we just had Ultra Añejo, and it's $250 a shot. This is my house, and I want everybody to feel welcome. If you want to have fun, you want to have a good time, you want to have a great meal, good service, you come to ROCCO'S.
What makes ROCCO'S so hip?
It's wide open on Clematis Street, which is a bustling downtown street. The margaritas are great, actually stronger than anywhere else, and the food is very healthy and fresh.
And it's all sort of Mexican in style.
It's Mexican, well, Mexican with a West Palm Beach flavor, whatever that means.
How is that possible?
Well, they'll do burgers and the regular American fare, but they'll also do guacamole at your table side, which I don't see anywhere else in West Palm Beach or in the Palm Beach area. And, you know, I go there more to network and stuff. Every hipster in town right now, that's where they go.
Julia?
Well, I visited ROCCO'S, and you're right, the guacamole, fantastic. I have to say that was the only thing that really impressed me about
And I love
ROCCO'S.
that they do it tableside
Yeah.
because they ask you how spicy you want it, and they might add more chilies and things like
And
that.
that giant stone bowl, I thought, okay, I'm in the jungles of South America someplace having this guacamole, or it was like very Incan or Mayan.
You're in Mexico.
I'm in Mexico, you know, eating guacamole. So yeah, I was impressed by the guacamole, but that was about it.
What about, I mean, I see you're drinking water, so I figure you wouldn't taste the margarita or anything like that.
Well, I'm a big fan of margaritas. I make a lot of them at home with different types of tequila and flavors and mixes. And I just felt like for the $12 cost of that particular margarita,
It's Palm Beach.
it was a lot of ice and not a lot of the individual
little watered
flavors
down?
of the margarita.
That same drink is $63 on South Beach.
Paul and Ron, what do you guys think?
Okay, I'm disagreeing with you. I thought the restaurant was a lot of fun, and I thought the food was great. They have a shrimp camaroni with the mole, kind of a...
It's just deep, dark, heavy, rich, delicious
Well, it was a special,
puree of chilies.
special appetizer, and they brought it out in a hot little plate, and there was like a half a dozen shrimp or a dozen shrimp on there, already peeled, and with a couple of little tortillas, and I thought that was an unbelievable appetizer.
And it was you're right about the area. You know, it's very exciting because it's on Clematis Street, which is very trendy and very popular. I think you used the word hipster earlier. I didn't feel like a hipster when I went there. But
I did.
You did feel like
I was recognized in the
Well,
place,
you
and
are
it
a
made me.
hipster, that's right.
You are recognized.
Someone said, "Are you Paul Castro?" So I
Nice.
really liked the place.
And it was we went for lunch, and it was very fast. I mean, we didn't have to wait in line, I guess, because of the middle of the day.
I was impressed as to the stores that are on that street as well. I didn't realize they had such great upscale
It's
stores
a
in
whole
that area.
revival going on. I mean, a year and a half, 2 years ago, there was nothing there, but the restaurants, including ROCCO'S, but there's also Forte across the street. There's 2 or 3 new places coming up.
They haven't had a shooting in about a month. It's been great.
Well, they make sure that it doesn't happen anymore.
Unlike in my area. What else did you have after the guacamole?
I had the chicken enchilada. The chicken, I was expecting like a nice grilled pulled chicken, and it was just a thick, heavy chicken in a thick red sauce.
Kind of guajillo,
For my
probably.
taste, I thought, well, it's red. Does that necessarily make it Southwestern? No. I need to taste peppers and red peppers, green peppers, chilies.
And you had dessert too, right?
I had dessert. It was a key lime margarita type pie, which was good. The flavor was interesting. I could taste the key lime, but it tasted like it wasn't made fresh there. And for a restaurant right there on Clematis Street in that bustling hipster area, and I was expecting something that would set it apart and make it very unique, and it tasted like any other Mexican restaurant.
Julia, on Clematis, that is by far the least expensive place.
Wow.
The guy across the street at Forte is like $100 for an entree, and you have this much on the plate.
But there is something to say about a value for what you're getting, because you could go to a very inexpensive place and feel like you're getting a great value, whereas maybe she doesn't.
That's where I take my great sources, the ones I owe a lot to. No.
Jose, tell me about the steak that you had.
It's actually it was so bad for you. It's the only thing on the menu that's really bad for you. My cholesterol level went up. It was great. They actually take a steak, they bread it, a good steak, they bread it, and then they fry it.
They used to call it country fried steak.
I try to stay away from country food usually until I go to that place, and then I try that monstrosity.
You could deep fry this flour and it would taste good. Yeah.
So as far as price and value, you felt you got what you paid for?
Oh yeah, I thought the prices were fine. It was
inexpensive actually. For lunchtime. I mean, when we were there, I thought it was great.
For that price, maybe I was paying for the atmosphere of being on Clematis Street and the bustling and the music and the guy in the big Mexican hat up on the bar giving people tequila shots.
Well, it's all part of it.
Which is part of it. Which is part of it.
All right. Well, this was your selection. Give me a little summary.
I think it's a nice atmosphere. And if you're single, that's where you want to hang out, at the bar.
Julia?
If I'm going and spending X amount for food, I want the flavors, not the guy dancing on the bar.
I like girls dancing. I like girls dancing on the bar, and I thought it was very fast. I was amazed how quickly they brought us our food, and how quickly, like at lunchtime, if you're in a business, and you're in a hurry.
Right.
Speaking as the hipster at the table, I was impressed by the different flavors of the foods, and I'm sorry that I disagree with you, Julia, but and the guacamole at tableside is worth the drive to Clematis Street.
Well, for guac that rocks, head over to ROCCO'S Tacos and Tequila Bar. It's located at 224 Clematis Street in West Palm Beach. Open nightly for dinner and for lunch during the week. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab for dinner without drinks is about $25.